Hey guys, welcome back to the Southern Rustic. Thank you so much for being here, clicking on this video. If you're new, hi, I'm Sam and welcome. I'm so glad to have you. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing two recipes with you guys today. They're very basic, very minimal, and they are absolutely delicious and easy to put together. One is my crock-pot turkey and stuffing. It's a little play on chicken and stuffing, but it's so good. And the second recipe is for my green bean casserole. Now this is a play on the original Campbell's green bean casserole, you know, the one that you get on the back of the can on the green beans or the French's fried onions, but it's how we like it. So I'm super excited to share this with you guys today, and I hope you all enjoy your Thanksgiving. And yeah, so let's go over all of the ingredients and we'll get started. While that's cooking, we will go ahead and make our green bean casserole and get that ready to go into the oven, so that way everything is done right on time and we can eat as soon as it gets done. So yeah, let's go over all the ingredients and we'll get started. Okay guys, so I've got all of the ingredients here for both recipes. Like I said, they're very simple, but they are so delicious, and it will save you so much time in the kitchen, especially if you can't find a whole turkey. This will be perfect for you to just whip up in no time. So for the turkey and turkey and stuffing, I should say, I've got some stovetop turkey stuffing mix. You can use chicken or the herb, whichever one you prefer, that's fine. Since I'm going turkey themed today, I just picked up the turkey one. I've also got some chicken broth and some water. We'll be mixing that up in just a few minutes. I've got a celery, an onion, cream of chicken soup. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. I've got an onion. I don't know if I said that. I've got some dried cranberries here, which is optional. You don't have to use it. We like it in there, so I'm just going to pop a few in there. I've got some ground sage here. And this is just going to amp up that really Thanksgiving, really comforting flavor in this recipe. And I've also got here some turkey breast fillets. And this is really easy if you're having a hard time finding a turkey. You can just pick up the turkey breasts and it will work just fine. So that's all of that. I've also got some salt and pepper here, and that's for both recipes. For my green bean casserole, now like I said, this is a play on the original Campbell's creamy green bean casserole, or whatever it's called. So I've got some soy sauce back here. This is our favorite brand. It's the Silver Swan. We just picked this up at the local Asian market. It is so good. I've got some wishy sauce here. We call it wishy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, whatever you call it, it's fine. You got some of that back there. I've got 2 cans of green bean casserole, 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. I've also got a can of water chestnuts. If you've never had water chestnuts in your green bean casserole, I highly recommend doing that. It's the crunch factor for me. When I was first given this recipe and it had water chestnuts in it, I was like, oh my god, what? That can't be good. But this is absolutely delicious. Like I said, it's the crunch factor for me. I just tweaked the original recipe to fit our taste. So all you're going to do to that is just drain it and chop them up, really. And then these little things right here, the crispy fried onions. These things are so good and they're so addicting. Sometimes we eat them like chips and it's not good. It's not healthy, but they're so good. So we've got some of that. And that is going to be it for all of the ingredients for this. So let me get you set up and get my crock pot situated, all the ingredients situated. We'll get started. Okay guys, so I hope you can see everything. I've got, let me see if I can push my crock pot back just a little bit. move my coffee. Hopefully you can see that just a little bit better. So I've got a little paper towel here. I totally did not spill my water and have to get some more, so that's why that's there. I'm just going to put the end pieces of the onion and celery on it and just toss it. So what I'm going to do first is just open up my box of stuffing mix here. I could never open these boxes correctly. They look like Wolverine tore into it when I get done. So I'm going to get some scissors here and open that. And just pour that into that little bowl there and get this out of the way. I'll set that right there. Now all I'm going to do is just cut my onion. I know it is very rare to see me actually cut or chop anything on this channel because I like to prep in advance, so that way it just makes it easier for me and I can show you guys the ins and outs of how to actually put the recipe together. So today we're just going to be roughly chopping these vegetables, chunking them in a bowl as fine as I can get them, because if you cut the onions too big, they don't cook down properly in the crock pot, and then you're just basically eating raw onion, and that is not good for anybody at all. So hopefully you can see. I know my kitchen is super awkward angle wise. It's like an L shaped with a bar, and it's just very awkward. So the angles for me to get for you guys are very, very hard to achieve. So I've got one onion going in. Now, I don't know if I will put these recipes up on my blog or not. If you want the recipes, like I said, they're not really my recipes. They're just remakes of something else. Let me know and I will pop them up on my blog for you guys. So I want to cut this celery about the same size as the onion because I want them all to be cooked through and not raw in the center. So I'm just going to dice these as small as I can get them. I know I'm not the best chopper in the world, but it's okay. It gets done and it tastes good. Chop that one there. Okie dokie. So I want to know what you guys are doing for Thanksgiving, or if this video goes up after Thanksgiving, I want to know what you guys had for Thanksgiving. It's just, I love interacting with you guys, and you guys are so nice and so sweet. So I would love to know what you guys are doing for Thanksgiving. Alright, so I've got my onion and celery in there. Now I want to go in and add just a little bit of sage. I don't want too much because this stovetop stuffing mix tends to have a little bit of sage in there, so I don't want to go too overboard. but just add as much as you think fits your family. So I'm going to add a little bit of that, a little bit of salt. I don't want it to be too salty, and some black pepper. We love black pepper, so we go a little bit heavy on it. And I've got some dried cranberries here. Now, like I said, these are optional, but I love to have that punch of cranberry in our stuffing, and especially like cranberry sauce on the side. I love cranberry sauce. Let me know if you're team cranberry or not. I know a lot of people don't like cranberries. You know, like the cranberry sauce that you get in a can. I like it all. I like the canned cranberry sauce. I like the whole cranberries, cranberry salad. They're all so good to me, but I just like cranberries. So, I've got my can of cream of chicken here. I'm going to need a smaller little spatula thing here to get this out. Maybe if I can get the can open. Okay. So I'm going to add that down in there. Now, the original recipe to this calls for sour cream, and I just don't like the sour cream taste in this. I don't know what it is about the sour cream in here, but it is not appetizing to me. So if you like sour cream, put you about a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup in there, and you'll be good to go. It's fine if you like that taste. So now I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of this Knorr, giant tub of Knorr chicken broth. I always have to have that on hand. It's just really good. My water's cold because I kind of spilled the entire cup of chicken broth earlier and had to clean it up. Okay, so I've got that, and I'm going to go ahead and add that right in there. Now, if you like your stuffing a little bit more on the dry side, add about 3/4 of a cup. We like ours a little bit on the more softer side. Make sure this is all nice and mixed up, and all of that stuffing mix is well combined. No dry spots are in there. That smells so good. I don't know what it is about this stuffing mix, but it smells absolutely delicious. So I'm just going to clean this up out of the way, and I'm going to open my little thing of turkey here. And I am going to grab my oil and give this a little spritz just to keep things from sticking, because when I run out of CROCKPOT liners, I never remember to get any. So I'm just going to lay these turkey breasts down at the bottom here. Give my hand a little rinse. And kind of season this a little bit. Don't want too much. Just to give that turkey a little bit of flavor. And then we're just going to go in and add this entire thing of this stuffing mix right in here. No flavor left behind whatsoever in that bowl. Just spread this out right on top as evenly as I can get it, because it's going to cook down. That turkey's going to cook down and release its juices, and that stuffing mix is going to be so good. I'm so excited. So I'm just going to pop the lid on. I'm going to cook this on high for 3 hours because I have to go pick up my daughter's friends after school. So I want to get all of this done and waiting for me, so when we get back we can eat. So yeah, 3 hours on high in the crock pot, and we will move on to the green bean casserole. Okay guys, moving on to the green bean casserole. It's so easy to put together. You just chunk everything in a bowl, put it in a oiled baking dish, pop it in the oven, you're good to go. But we're going to mix everything in this bowl today and then put everything into the dish. I've got my crock pot slid back here, so hopefully you can see everything. So I went ahead and drained my green beans and rinsed them. And I've also drained and rinsed my water chestnuts here. And I'm just going to go ahead and just roughly chop these into smaller bites. Now, if you don't like water chestnuts, you don't have to add them. Like I said, it's the crunch for me. I am a texture person, so that is really good for me. So plus, it's really good and easy to make. It's a very classic dish, and it's been on somebody's table at one point or time during the holiday season because it's so easy and it's delicious and a family favorite. So once you get all of your water chestnuts chopped down to whatever size you like them, you can go ahead and just add them to your bowl. I don't want them completely obliterated, so I think that is good. So I'm going to add that right into the bowl. Get rid of that. Wipe my counter down. Okay, so now we're just going to add everything else. So I've got my green beans here. I like to use the French style green beans. I don't know why. I just do. I think they just have a better texture, maybe. But if you like the regular green beans, you can certainly use those. You can use frozen green beans. You have to cook them down just a little bit, but that's fine. I've done that before. I'm going to go ahead and add in all of my cream of mushroom soup right in here. Maybe if I can get my thing out. These cans are a little bit smaller than the other one. Okay, that looks good. Then we're going to go ahead and add in the other can. My family requests this every single year. Even though it's my play on the Campbell's original recipe, I just find it's really good. I like to recreate recipes quite a lot and just kind of make them my own. Alright, so now I've got my soy sauce. I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, and this is going to give it a little bit of a salty flavor. And some of this Worcestershire sauce. I can never get this to open. I always have to use my hand towel. And this is going to give it a deeper flavor. So I'm going to add just a little bit, maybe about 3/4 of a teaspoon. Some salt and pepper. Okay. And some pepper. And our milk. Like I said, this is just pretty much a dump. Everything into a bowl, mix it all together, chunk it in the oven, and it turns out awesome every time. Campbell's knew what they were doing when they created the original recipe. Oh, these little things are such a struggle. Open. Okay. Now, we're just going to add about 1/4, maybe 1/3 of this, because we're going to put the remaining on top. This is just going to add a bit more flavor in the center into the green bean casserole itself. So we're just going to go ahead and mix this all together. Hopefully this will fit into my 8 by 8 inch dish. If not, we'll have to get a bigger one. So now that this is all mixed up, I'm just going to go ahead and tidy up a bit, get out my pan, and then I'll meet you right back here and we'll put this in the pan and get it in the oven. Okay guys, so there was no way whatsoever this was going to fit in my 8 by 8 inch dish. It was just not going to happen. So I got out my 9 by 13 baking dish and I just sprayed it with a little bit of olive oil spray. That's what I keep in this little bottle here. I got this off Amazon if anybody's wondering. And it's the best thing ever. So I've got all of that mixed together. So I'm going to, as carefully as I can, pour this in here. Get all of this goodness in here as best as I can. Okay. Now we're just going to spread this out. Now you can double this recipe if you have a much bigger family than I do. It's just me, my husband, and my daughter. So this is going to be more than enough for us. So what I'm going to do is just pop this in the oven for I guess about 20 to 25 minutes, and then we will come back in and top it with the crispy fried onions, and then we'll put it back in the oven for another, I don't know, 10 minutes so they can get all nice and golden brown, and then that will be done. I will show you what it looks like when everything is done, and yeah, I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so this just come out of the oven. I let it sit for a minute, and it's time to put the French's fried onions on top. So I'm just going to put these on evenly all over the top of this, and then we will put this back in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes, just until the top is nice and golden brown. Okay, so I've got all of my French's fried onions on there, and this is what it looks like before it goes in the oven, and I will show you what it looks like when it comes out. Alright guys, this is what it looks like when it is done. The top is nice and golden brown, and it smells so good. Cannot wait to dig in. Okay, so this has been cooking just over 3 hours, and it smells so good. So I'm just going to take the lid off and show you what it looks like. Looks so good. You've got the brown crust around the outside, and the center is nice and soft, and it just smells so good. The turkey is nice and tender. So yeah, I cannot wait to dig in. This is going to be a delicious dinner today. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and tick that little notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. I upload twice a week. If you are new, I upload on Mondays and Thursdays at 7 a.m. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you want these recipes, let me know. Like I said, they're not my original recipes, they're just plays on the original recipes. So yeah, if you want the written version, let me know, and I will put those up on my blog for you guys. So yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.